just play a game that is relaxing. And honestly, I think this one's family friendly. So, let's give you a show of what's going on here, and you can see if it's suitable for your little sprogs. Maybe you got a niece or a nephew or a son or a daughter. So, basically, we're telling a story, and it's our story about our monster. So, actions and attitude, or words and thoughts? I'm going to go with words and thoughts. You're not awake yet, but soon your first eye will open. Your simple dreams will give you way to life itself. You dream of helping the sick and soothing the woeful, outsmarting everyone else, or speaking true when others lie. We dream of outsmarting everyone else. Adds to our cleverness trait. Your body is turning and twisting, growing solid in the middle of a green vat of slime. It's time to be born. Ooh, see? And this is where all monsters are born. So we're going to be born. You awaken in the thawing season when the ground is soft and wet. Your eyes open. You're a morsel, just barely born. You float in the spawning vat. Dozens of other morsels are exploring, flailing, and stealing food from each other. I'm going to try to swim. Another morsel swims towards you. It opens his mouth to show a set of small, sharp teeth. It bites you. What? This is intolerable. Stop that biting. I will resist it. Which makes me brave. You push the hungry morsel away from your little arms, but it circles around and tries to bite you again. Your legs grow stronger as you kick and shove. You will not be food. Refuse to be anyone's first meal, or last meal for that matter. You climb on top of the other morsel and force it to the bottom of the spawning vat. It starts to break up into pieces as it struggles. And I'm going to let go. You release the morsel, violent no longer. It will have to grow a new mouth to replace the one it lost. Such is the fate of those who oppose you. That's right. Splash, flutter, splish, squeak. Another morsel is too weak to swim properly. It's sinking towards the bottom of the spawning vat. Oh no. That's terrible. You feel a deep sense of injustice at the smaller morsel's impending demise. If only you could do something about it. So, we'll try to do something about it. You swim to the morsel, determined to act. Get up under the morsel and push it up, or try to think of something. I'm going to get up under the morsel and push it up. As you push up, the morsel's dead weight forces you down. Your legs come to rest against the bottom of the spawning vat, where they begin to squish. Oh no! Keep pushing! You're not giving up! Your feet are breaking up among the solid clumps on the floor of the vat. Oh no! Time to give up! Or, still not giving up! Still not giving up is what we're going to do. Oh, we're extra brave. Your legs are gone now, but you stretch your arms and body, changing your slimy shape to hold the other morsel up to the surface of the slime. Morsel, out of danger? Yes, that's right, we're Spock. Don't grieve, it's logical. The needs of the one monster are as important. Your body dissolves as you push one last time. The other morsel breaks apart, as any other. The two dissolving morsels reach for each other. They come together in a single mass, a new morsel. You two are, and always will be one. That's right, now two morsels. Ha! I've grown too big for the spawning vat. Right? Moving on. Gonna get some trouble, which is great. Exercise your bravery, cleverness, ferocity, and kindness, and honesty. What kind of monster will you be? To the Brood Cave! Right, so, here's where we're supposed to have some adventures. This is us. This little brown guy here. Habla español. So, here we see the cave. This is where we kind of start out. This is our skill attributes, and these are the points in them. So right now we're brave and clever, but we're not anything else. And if we wanted to see how things are going, we can click about. And if we want to get out, we do that. So, we need to have an adventures. Let's do... And you don't get to really know what this is about, so it's kind of more of a matter of being experienced with what's going on. Really, your first playthrough is going to be a lot of discovery. And these aren't always the same. So I'm going to go with the question marks. Smark sits quietly by himself in the furthest, darkest corner of the cave. He's slumped and deflated like a float pod, missing half its gas inside. His eyes brim with slimy tears. Aww. Ask him what's wrong. Smark looks down at his body, which isn't roly-poly or muscular like other monsterlings. He's sort of scrawny and weak. Look him over. Tell Smark it's going to be fine, or be straight up with him. Let's be straight up with him. You may be weak now, Smark, but that's going to change. Just a few more days and you can start changing like we all will. And then you can hunt. Okay. As you can see, that got me some honesty and kindness. Right. So, let's deal with, turkey leg. Let's go with that. Hamrag, an older monster, brings a sack full of squirming rats to the cave. As he heads to the spawning vat, he trips and all the rats spill out onto the floor. Oh yeah, there's a big chance. Help them Hamrag catch them? Help some escape? Or do we gobble up some rats? You know, I could be a goody two-shoes, and I expect that to be a good thing, but I'm going to gobble some rats. You block the escape of a dozen rats. Other monsterlings are closing in, but you have control of this group for now. How many will you eat? 1 or 2? As many as I can. You have to fight some of the other aggressive monsterlings, but before Hamrag is back on his feet, you've filled your belly to bursting. Oh yeah. Full of rats. Now, what shall we do? Let's do... Looks like we can get a fight. Let's do that one. Blistery climbs on top of a lichen pile. She refuses to let any other monsterlings eat, proclaiming herself ruler of the lichen pile. Charge at Blistery. She's an idiot. Find an elder, destabilize the pile, or gang up on her. I'm gonna charge. Charge! You charge at Blistery like a whirling ball of claws. Your ferocity is so manifest that as she leaps down and glides away, she nearly soils herself. Now you can be ruler of the lichen pile. Oh yeah. Ruler of the lichen pile. Alright. And full of rats. Now, let's do the snake one. What's that noise from the spawning vat? Go and see. You rush over. A big snake is eating helpless morsels. They don't moan and cry, but it doesn't stop. Oh no! What? Bring it on, snake. Not your problem, they're just morsels. Or who doesn't eat morsels? Eats them too. What? Bring it on, snake. You puff yourself up and approach the snake. It glances at you and then swallows an arm morsel whole. Oh. Stand between the snake and the morsels. Hey snake, you're what's for dinner, or fear not here, wrestle the snake away from the vat. Oh, you're for what's for dinner. Frosty, oh yeah. You pounce on the snake. It's 5 times your length and twice your weight, but your claws cut its scales like they were paper. Oh yeah. So, eat the snake, share the snake meat with the morsels, or drive the snake away without killing it. I'm going to share, because I'm community-minded. That's right. Soon you and the morsels are enjoying a meal of snake meat. The morsels peep with primitive gratitude. 4 days left for adventuring. So let's see. Halfway towards leaving and becoming an adolescent. Firm up your personality as much as you can. Let's go with Happy Face. Nash and Gobclaws are racing to the ceiling of the cave. They've already climbed way up when Gobclaws invites you to join them. You don't see a good way up, though. Look at the paths they took and copy them. Just face it. Admit you aren't much of a climber, or make a fair effort, but stop before you get hurt. I'm going to try to copy them. You follow Nash Claw's marks halfway up the cave wall, then slip sideways to where Gob Claws is making more careful. You can meet them at the top to their surprise. Oh yeah. Quite capable, despite being a round lump. Right. Let's go with the rocks. Some monsterlings are building little stone towers. Blotz comes to you with a heaping armload of smooth rocks. Do you think this is enough to build a tower? Honest answer. Help him build a tower. Shout, leave me alone, Blotz, I'm busy. Prank Blotz nicely, or pull a mean prank on Blotz. I'm going to help him build the tower. Again, I'm community-minded, folks. Look at all that. Oh yeah, clever, kind, honest, that's me. Alright. Like this. You point at a good flat spot on the floor, then start laying out the base for the tower. You and Blotz build the best one of the cave. Best tower of the cave. Now, let's go with this open mouth here. Elder Marinus floats in a pool of cave water, puffing her body like a bullweed. She points at something deep under the water. Will you get that for me, little one? But you can't swim. Uh-oh. Sure, you're not afraid. Plunge straight down. Figure out another way of getting the thing out of the water. Tell her you could do it, but you don't feel like it. I'm gonna figure it out. Clever. Oh yeah. You jump in and pull yourself along the bottom of the pool. With your claws, you easily reach the object, which is funny yellow rock. Return to the surface. Roll it back to Marinus, who pats you on the head. Clever one. Well done. See, it was a test. Right. Grumpy. Let's go Grumpy. Hamrag, an adult monster, sleeps in a big pile of monsterlings. Everyone is comfortable. Comfy. Blotz, giggling, sticks lichen in all four of Hamrag's nostrils. No, oh, not the nostrils. Hamrag's eyes shoot open as he starts to choke. Blotz shushes you with a threatening scowl. You're not afraid of Blotz. Help Hamrag. That's funny. Help Blotz out. I'm not afraid of Blotz, but at the same time it is funny. You jab a stick in one of Hamrag's nostrils and there's an explosion of snout snot. All the monsterlings are covered. Disgusting. Ooh. Hamrag rages and punches the cave wall, shattering stone without even using his claws. Who did this? Who plugged me up? Let Blotz take the fall. Oh yeah. You wordlessly point to Blotz. He starts to protest, but Hamrag jumps up and down on him, splattering him to slime, claws, and fur. But he'll be alright, won't he? Naturally, as Blotz slowly pulls himself together, Hamrag delivers a lecture on pranks. Whatever. But he still has some lichen in his nostrils, and you have to work very hard not to laugh at him. Well, that cut my honesty a little, but it was fun. Oh my, you wake up and find that you're no longer a little monsterling. You're growing up. Uh-oh. Elder Marinus calls the oldest monsterlings to gather in a group. You're one of the oldest ones now, so you should join them. She looks grave. I'm going to see what's going on. Squeeze behind a big boulder at the back of the cave. There's a wide tunnel behind it, big enough for an elder. Ha! They'll never look here. Oops. Marinus slides the boulder aside. She and the other monsterlings are surprised to find you there. Yeah, I was, waiting here. Yeah? Oh, says Marinus, you're certainly eager to go. Yeah, eager. Uh-huh. Marinus shuffles down the long tunnel, turning this way and that amongst passages of dozens of forking passages. We'll just keep going, won't we? Marinus stops at a warm, humid chamber with a pit in the floor. She points at the pit, which seethes with thick mist. Ooh. Yeah, I could jump right in, but yeah, no. Marinus pushes you in with a sweep of her tail. Oh well, I'm going to swipe at you back. You fall and fall some more. And fall, and you're falling. The other monsterlings are falling? Yes, some of them are crying. And you can't see through the mist. Oh no! Or is it fog? Maybe clouds. Moans and groans and whispering screams. Where is this? Must be somewhere. Land on a smooth, flat stone. Despite the swirling vapor, the floor is dry as bone. You hear other monsterlings breathing nearby. Some of them are still above you, still falling. Get out of the way, or try to cushion to follow another monsterling. I'm going to get out of the way. You rejoin some of the monsterlings at the edge of the mist. There are some more passages out here than you can count. Some monsterlings begin to panic, while others look determined. I'm going to take charge. Yeah. Other monsterlings watch you curious. So I'm going to slash the others to show them how I am in charge. That's right, I am in charge. Very much in charge. I ate all the rats and I am in charge. Right. Half seen muzzling whimpers in the fog and you flick your claws, drawing a little blood and a lot of noise. A few howls and shrieks cow the others into silence. Explore in an orderly fashion now that someone's in control. That's right. I'm in control. You soon discover that all the passages converge in yet another mist-filled chamber. The mist here is even thicker, and you quickly lose sight of the other monsterlings. That's okay, they're cowards anyway. Chamber swirls with mist, smoke, fog, vapor, except it's not any of those things, it's ghosts, 100 of them! Large and small, and they're everywhere. One by one, the pale ghosts begin to turn their attention to you. Their eyes glow different colors. Stand fast or cringe a little. We're standing fast. Ghosts speak to many voices, all hollow and distant, and all in unison they ask you, "Do you fear?" I say, "Yep, this is scary." Answer echoes back to you, louder and louder. You crouch down, trying to hide from the noise, and fall unconscious. Right, so this is how we've been doing. We're 18% brave, 51% smart, 60% ferocious, 17% honest, 27% kind, and we have no responsibility. Wake up inside a well-appointed hovel. This is your home now. Start living as an adolescent monster. So, whoa. We certainly grew up. Look at all these hands. And we have a ball we roll around on, I guess. I have never seen this monster before. We're quite impressive looking. Right, so enter the big bad world. That's right, they ticked the ball with me. And there's some other folks out here. Right, so adventuring in town. 8 days in town. Well, the explosion looks cool. Let's go with that. You, Nash, and Scapegoat are having an impromptu picnic in the street. The fresh moss you dunk in your tea is delicious. Some birds, twittering and chirping in a friendly way, circle and land amongst the crumbs. Okay. Birds start pecking at the crumbs, but then they start hopping onto you and pecking at you, too. They have crumbs on you. You have crumbs on you, and they want them. Right now. See how they like it. Peck the birds back. Ignore the birds. They're harmless. Or see how they like it. Eat the birds. Oh, yeah. Eating the birds. You grab a bird and try to gobble it up in one bite. Unfortunately, your mouth isn't yet big enough, so you end up having to eat it in multiple bites. Messy. Nash laughs as your bloody jaws creak and grind. The scapegoat looks on and nibbles some grass, and the last of the bread. You offer it a wing, but it shakes its horned head. Nash, and you keep biting birds until they're all dead. That's right, I'm a monster. Get closer here. There we are. Okay. That looks like a fight. Let's go with that. You hear screams, shrieks, and cheers, and you come running. The oldest monster is fighting a challenger. Even the elder monsters flee to a safe distance. They know this could turn out badly. I'm gonna watch. Yeah, might get some tips. You're closest to monster to the fight. Purple monster has 16 thick, ropey tentacles, and he's trying to strangle the oldest monster. Ooh, that's close. Oldest monster ignores a grip that could and does shatter a hovel. Get closer, or no, I'm gonna stay back. Challenger bobs and weaves until he gets eaten. You wipe the purple blood off your face and make a few mental notes. Don't challenge the oldest monster ever. Seems sensible. Yup. Let's check out the tower. You and Gobclaws are playing Toss the Kitten. You're winning 2-1 when crash, you miss. Oops. And the kitten shatters Hammerhead's window. Oh, crap. Right. Run for it. You both run, but Hammerhead spots you. He bursts out of his house and bounds after you, causing the ground to quake at his footsteps. I am going to keep running. Hammerhead is strong and loud, but he's definitely not fast. You keep running until he tires of the chase and goes back home to sleep. Alright. Got away with it. Oh, yeah. You wouldn't know I'm fast, but I am fast. This ball moves quickly. Right. Clouds. Why not? Suddenly, a stinging rain pours down. Everyone scatters and gets under cover, even Blistery and Snark. Well, even a fool knows how to get out of the rain, so we're going to get out of the rain. Oh yeah, clever. When the rain pours down, you cuddle with Blistery and Snark under the bleachers. Well, let's play a game. That's what we like to do. We like to play games. Take turns opening your mouth to the falling rain, trying to suck up all the drops. Unfortunately, you choke and spit a mouthful of water at Snark. Well, that sounds funny. Let's do it again. Blistery spits water at you, Snark splashes a puddle at both of you, and you all spend the rest of the storm making your own fun in the pooling water. Aww. Right, so 4 days left. Let's go with the footprint. Loud, drooly, snapping sounds come from the square, where you see Prufrock single-clawedly taking on a rampaging pack of wolves. He grunts to you for help. Push Prufrock to safety and fight the wolves. Help him scare them away. Stand back, maybe try to distract them. Gonna push them away and fight the wolves. Oh yeah, brave. When the fur settles, a pot of wolf stew bubbles happily in the center of the square. Everyone lines up and cheers you and eat. That's right, wolf stew for everybody because of me. Now, Canilla Aslet. Really? Canilla Aslet limps towards you. He points at one huge eye at you and cackles, I got a shock working on a power line and it's still down. Help me out. Yeah, okay. You soon find yourself dangling from the power lines over the main street of Omen. The break is ahead, and now it could get dangerous. Get out there and fix that line fast. Better play it safe. You can take it slow. Well, I'm supposed to be a smart boy. We'll take it slow. You help patch the power line before much of the electrical fluids leak out. It's not easy, but you manage to avoid getting any of the fluid on yourself. Okay. Chicken leg. Sniff the air. Sniff. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Yeah, sniff. Could that be frosting? Blotz greets you and Nash with fluffy pink cake. Nash says, Blotz says he stole this from a human child. How do you three share it? It's a human cake, think about it. You know, like humans would. Distract the others. Or first one to the center wins. First one to the center wins. 3 of you circle the cake and plunge your faces in, eating until the plate's clean. Then you eat the plate. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. I ate the plate. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Alright. Let's go with the ooh face. Mupsy Moral slithers up to you and says, I wonder if you can confirm a rumor for me. Well, we'll talk to Mupsy. Hammerhead was baking a special 6 pork pie made from 6 kinds of pig. You know, a delicacy. What's so delicate about 6 pigs? They were roast, suckling piglets, so tender, juicy, and flavors. Yummy. The pie was cooling on a windowsill and vanished. Your friend Nash was seen nearby just before, but not after the vanishing. What do you think about this? It's just like her to steal a pie. Be honest. Weave a tale to cover for Nash, or not much really. I'm going to weave a tale. You make up a story about another thief. Well, I spilled pork not too long ago, and right about then, probably a stranger from Gru. He ran away. When he saw me, he must be the thief. That's the ticket. Yeah. Mupsy greets your tale with a visiting thiefly figure with interest. I'll warn everyone to watch out for strangers in Omen. Misleading the public. Oh yeah. Okay, so, adolescence is fleeting, you have grown beyond your youth and have become an adult. Oh yeah. Dragged from your bed by your friends and neighbors. Trying to sleep here. What do you think I am, not a monster? They surround you and hold you down, not urgently, until you stop struggling. Oh, whatever. Neighbors throw you into the center of a great circle of monsters, all older than you. They whisper to each other and then look at you, then whisper some more. Probably get heard about the lying. Monsters murmur and mutter, spit and snarl. They are deciding what best defines you as a monster. Oh, Okay. Well, I'll wait. No? I was sleeping. I'm going to take a nap. Someone shakes you awake, they've come to a decision. Alright, yeah, okay. Ring of monsters shuffles closer to you, forming a tighter circle. Elders loom over you, whilst the smaller adults crouch low. Your surroundings grow shadowy and dark. Oh, what do they want from me now? You see concern in some of their faces, but very little respect. So what? Does a monster need respect to grow up? You can become adult without learning any respect, but when the time comes all too soon to become an elder, you'll dissolve and pass away without it. Okay. You see concern in some of their faces, but very little respect. Wait for them to assign you a task. Someone calls you clever. An unseen monster in the back agrees. Yeah, you're a real know-it-all. Oh yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Someone gives you a tangled-up ball of wires and little glass bulbs, a human artifact of some kind. Untangle it to prove you're smart. Well, I guess I will untangle the wires. You squint and turn the ball this way and that and find the worst part of the tangle and worry it free. It gets easier than that, and soon the whole ball is a series of clean loops. Lay the light wire on the ground and smile. Yep. I'm an adult now. Moving on. That's me, adult in the town. Now, you get to make choices between sets of items, politicking with monsters or exploring the whale mist. Let's explore the whale mist. Well, how can I not choose on pick on the bloody mess? You stalk the forest, hunting an elusive swift elk. Suddenly it emerges from the underbrush, lowering its antlers and pawing at the ground. It's going to charge. Well, let's tear it apart. Elk charges and you duck under it, slashing a hole in its chest, but instead of a heart, you find nothing. What? Elk turns, catches you with its antlers, and flings you to the tree. What the... Elk bounds away. It's unkillable. There's nothing that's unkillable after it! You keep chasing the elk until it pauses to drink from a stream. Then you spring at it without fear and tear it limb from limb, head from body, antler from skull. Ooh. Its pieces are still twitching as you devour them. You're filled with sudden strange heat, but it fades. How bracing. The other monsters comment on the new swagger in your step as you return to Omen. Let's politic. Let's check out the spider. Today's the day of the Spinner 500, the big spider race. Winners are regarded highly by all around town. Let's do this. But your spider hurt her leg this morning. What should you do? It's a noble race. Watch with my spider. Cheat. She's normally the fastest spider in the world, even in the playing field. Or maybe the best spider win. Enter your mine unaided. Oh, my spider got hurt. I'm going to put mine in unaided because I'm a fairly honest person. Out of 13 entries, your spider comes in 14th when a beetle joins the race at the last lap, but at least you have your honor. Man. Darn it. Okay, back to the exploration. Got the scapegoat. Let's go with turkey leg. As you explore the whale mist, you notice that the air smells faintly of gingerbread. There, ahead, there's a flock of very fat birds pecking a trail of crumbs that winds through the trees. Let's follow the trail of birds and crumbs. It leads along a twisting path that you never knew existed. Deep in the forest, you come across a rickety human house which smells of baked goods. You hear human speech. 2 children are babbling nearby. Babbling children. Eat one of the children. When will you get a chance to like this again? Oh, yeah. Eating children. Oh, yeah. Eating children. Children emerge from their house as it begins to burn. Girl looks back as the older human starts to scream inside, and you make your move. The boy is too slow and tired to respond. Oh, yes, so delicious, so very good. Such a rare treat. Girl turns back as her brother's hand slips out of hers. She sees you. She blinks, not sure whether you're real or not. Continue to meal before she can react. Oh, yeah. Girl's eyes widen as you spread your claws. She slaps you and it hurts. It hurts worse than the slash in the claws of the oldest monster. You spin and knock her down. Then move in and end the fight before she can end you. I'm going to take home some of that to share. It's been a good meal. Little fat boy, little fat girl. You walk into Omen with a bulging belly, smelling of meat and gingery bread. Every monster you meet gets a little something to put in their larder, and toes. Toes for everyone. Oh, monster. Oh, monster. Oh, monster. 11 days to go. Long way. Right. Turkey leg. Gobclaws and you are arguing about what to have for lunch. She got to pick last time. Suddenly your favorite food flies down from the sky and perches within arm's reach. The magpie chirps, "Have either of you seen a cornfield around here?" Your stomach growls. Burp. Fantastic amuse-bouche. Sadly, it wasn't much, and you and Gobclaw still have to figure out what to have for lunch. Man. Losing points. Right. Back to exploration. Let's try that one. Wild chickens are back in season, as delicious as they are mean. They're loose within the whale mist, and the monsters are all hunting them down. Chickens? Let's get out there and hunt. Yeah. A tough monster, let's hunt. Deep in the woods, you're looking for chicken scratch when literally stumble over a hen guarding a cluster of chicks. Hen clucks and caws you. Oh. That's a huge hen. I'm going to fight the hen. Though the clucking makes your blood turn cold, you seize the great hen and fight until you're both a mess of feathers and blood. But victory is savory. Nash cheers so hard that 2 chickens she hasn't killed yet escaped her grasp. Nash, you fool. Right. Pointy finger. Let's do that. You show the newest collection of human artifacts to your neighbors. They seem suitably impressed and listen in. Truth is, you just found them in the woods, but everyone seems so interested it would be a shame to let them down. Monsters do love a story, so you could stretch the truth. Just a little lie, keep things interesting. Yeah. Tell how a talking fox, those nuisances are everywhere lately, tried to beat you in a riddle contest with the artifacts as a prize. I won the contest by biting its head off. Everyone seems to believe you. They nod in admiration. Exploration. Let's go with the track. You and Nash encounter the proud bear. This is an honor and a problem. The proud bear has killed monsters, something rare in the animal kingdom. He stares at you. We'll consider the bear. Bear is so potent that it deserves capital letters when being referred to. He shines from within, radiating a light invisible to the eye but plain to the heart. Let's formulate a plan of attack. Bear seems to read your smallest notion as though you have shouted your intentions. He stands on his hind legs and gives you a little bow. Well, bow back then. The bear nods. Nash squeals with delight in exchange of honor. He says, "This is going to be good." Bear seems to read your smallest motion as though you have shouted your intentions. Okay, so let's attack alongside Nash. Bear fights efficiently and is almost a match for your claw, and Nash frantic claw swipes you see and pounce! You leap, making every blow the best you've thrown. The proud bear counters them all, genuinely trying to end you, until he stops. Suddenly he's lying there before you helpless. Shred the bear to pieces, leave the bear be. We're gonna shred the bear to pieces. You burrow halfway into the bear's chest cavity, then burst forth, leaving nothing but limbs, ribs, and a head. Nash jumps down and punches in the air and laughing. Man, I would have thought I got something better from that. Alright, let's try Puddle. Your neighbor, the elder monster Elia, walks slowly in the direction of the brood cave. Let's follow. Maybe she's going to eat kids. As she passes down the road, some of the other elders nod to her. They go to her hovel and start smashing things. Let's Let's ask what's going on. Greedblood stops tearing apart Alea's dining room table and says she feels herself being dissolved. She's going to release herself and become one with the slime in the spawning vat. I'm going to join the monsters cleaning out the hovel. Neighbors are preparing this hovel, gutting it down to the bare walls in readiness for the next monsterling who matures into an adolescent. Soon nothing will remain of Alea but memories. Try to grab something nice since she doesn't need it anymore, or help Alea remove Alea's stuff from the hovel. Let's get something nice. She's not going to need it. Oh, they don't approve. Dead man's boots and all that. Fine. Didn't have to kill her to take her stuff, but didn't help. Let's go with the knife. You find a red hood and a basket in the middle of a forest path. That sounds familiar. A human house is nearby. Funny, you never noticed it before. There's a white picket fence out front. Let's circle the pretty little house. Great deal of blood in the yard, along with a half-dead wolf coughing weakly. Ask the wolf what happened. Woodcutters, friend. You can't trust them. Beware their axes. Even worse than knives. The wolf finishes dying. Well, guess I'll eat the wolf carcass. You haul the strangely heavy carcass back home. Elder points out a sewn-up gash down the wolf's belly and says it was good work. Take credit for the woodcutter's surgical precision, or admit it was someone else who cut the wolf open. I'm going to take credit. It's not a monster, you know. Back to politicking. This never works out for me. Let's see. Let's go with that one. Crafty looking. Blistry comes to you, flapping her winglets and clenching her claws. Mupsy Moral is looking for me. I overslept. Mupsy Moral again? I missed the hairy hare hunt. Okay. Blistry suddenly leaps to the top of the garbage can, spreads her winglets, and glides away. Weird. Just then, Mupsy Moral rolls into port and swear, pen and pad grasping her thin claws. Did you see Blistry come through here? I want to make sure everyone knows the truth. No comment. Mupsy bought it. Blistry's overjoyed. So, we're not getting a lot of respect. Let's try the snake. You take the lead on a hunt in the whale mist, but you become separated from the group. Suddenly you catch sight of something. There. Where? There. Within the thicket. Rumor has it that it's a especially large, clever snake tricked Nash biting her and made her sick for days, and then it's right there, waiting, watching. Call everyone and get out of here. You've beaten and eaten snakes before. Time to eat another. That's right. Receive all those little goblets from a snake. Why not? Slowly creep up on it, sharpening your claws. Suddenly you stop. A print in the dirt is clearly from Nash's foot, and that's definitely dried monster blood around it. Oh no, not Nash. Apparently I'm very good friends with Nash. I'm going to lure the crafty serpent into a trap. So I'm supposed to be clever. Perch on a branch above the crude snare and beat two rocks together, attract the snake's attention. This goes on for some time. Keep beating those rocks. Suddenly, snakes drop from a branch above you. You struggle, but it's too late. It crushes you with a terrible... Get dark! Next thing you know, Nash has pounced on the snake. It grabs his head and holds his mouth shut, keeping its fangs trapped. Still crush it! Nash bites off the head of the snake and swallows it. You grasp the coils. You gasp as the coils loosen. Nash is carried through Omen by a group of cheering monsters, while you are left to recover on your own. Aw, man. That worked out for Nash. Alright, let's try the scapegoat. Squirrel hops into a pool of sunlight, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to bury nuts, and make something of itself. You drop it on it from a branch, grab it, and twist its head off. Oh yeah, delicious decapitation. Young wolf suddenly leaps in front of you, snaps the squirrel out of your claws, and runs off laughing and barking. Turn the tables on the wolf, or chase the wolf into the bushes. I'm gonna chase the wolf into the bushes. Man, You run to the underbrush, slashing and tearing at the vines and leaves, but soon lose the wolf's trail. As you stagger home, you notice that the wolf poop. Wolf poop has been left along the trail. You know without a doubt who left it here. As you approach your hovel, Blistery helpfully points out that you stepped in some of the wolf poop. You're a laughingstock. Great. Nothing like huge embarrassment. You're following a deer in the forest when the trail comes to the abrupt end just in front of the cave entrance. The hoof prints look strange, like the deer doubled back, walking backwards in its own tracks. It's a trap. Right. Okay, so what do you do about it, smart monster? Get away from the cave quickly? Clearly you should fight the trap, or turn the trap against the deer. Well, I'm going to turn the trap against the deer. You walk into the cave and find Hamrak taking one of his famous naps. The huge monster is known for his irritability when he's wakened. A twig snaps in the bushes. The deer is fleeing. Draw the deer closer. You shriek and crouch, raising your claws. Hamrak starts to wake up. Now, go! The deer has crept forward to watch you spring the trap, and it caught by surprise as you leap back out of the cave. You clip with a single swipe of your claws. That'll teach it. Hamrak stumbles out of the cave, half asleep but ready to fight, and I offer him some deer meat. Because, sharing, caring, and all that. You mollify the huge monster with half a deer carcass. Hamrak says, hey, you can wake me up anytime if it's going to be a meal like that. Alright. 1 day left. Spend it in town. Why not? Let's try... Ooh. You find Blotz hitting a dented alarm clock. Why have bells that don't ring? Is this some kind of riddle? Before he can answer, he throws the clock over his shoulder and glowers at it. I'm going to try to fix it. Pick up the clock and examine it with care. It's so complicated, more complicated than anything a monster has ever made. That includes monsterlings, wheels and cogs and gears and levers and slides and all kinds of things. I'm going to poke it. Even though it's so complicated that you might get your claws caught inside of it, or get a spring in the eye, or accidentally hurt Blotz, or hurt Blotz on purpose for that matter. Yeah, let's go for it. Turn the key around, it makes a clicking sound. Then the bells ding. Not bad, it's getting hard to turn though. I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. Clock ticks and talks and ticks, and you're pretty sure it's actually keeping time. If only you knew what little arms and hands meant. Well, in any case, Blotz goes around showing everyone how you fixed his artifact. So, we're out of days. So, we gotta go out. You're growing old, my friend. Your body's very soft, and you drip slime everywhere you go. It's getting hard to leave your hovel. Oh, let's go out. Embrace our fate. A group of elders is waiting at the door of your hovel. They've seen your drippings. They know it's time for you to dissolve or ascend. Oh, do I refuse to go, or do I go with them to dissolve and be an elder, or do I go back home and ask to do this later? I'm going to go and see if we dissolve or become an elder. Elders of Omen surrounded you at the spawning vat. They built a fire beneath a small cauldron. Your body is squishy and damp. Be tested. Try to ascend it up to elder status. Dissolve. Become one at the spawning vat. Or I can make a run for it. It's been a good life. Let's dissolve. You wade into the spawning vat. It's cool and green, and you feel the aches and pains of your body melting away along with your body. Quiver. Your hide is absorbed by the surrounding slime. A tiny morsel swim closer to the new source of nourishment. Melt. Ah, relief. Your last thoughts begin to form even as your brain disintegrates. Remember the actions you took in life. As your body unravels in slime, you dream of fighting, eating, and screaming. Standing unafraid against frightening enemies. Defending the innocent from those who would do them harm. Your body is gone now. You are a dream of kindness. Oh. Morsels swarm to devour what's left of you, and you welcome them. They understand your love and generosity somehow. You hope that you will pass along this lesson. And now I have a kind legacy. You sacrifice willingly, right up to the end of your life. Now you nourish the new life that comes from the swanning vat, a legacy that continues on. Yep. And I wasn't the kindest person. Nope. I was clever and ferocious. Farewell, kind monster. Your essence will become part of the monstrings that from here forth, end of time for what it's worth. And that is one playthrough of Monster Loves You. If I just choose to ascend, there's a whole extra stage beyond that, if you can get through. And like I said, it's a sweet little game. I wouldn't mind, playing along with like a 10-year-old kid. Great for the family. So I hope you enjoyed this and you found it useful. And thanks for watching. Bye.